Here with Vermilion head high school basketball coach Kurt Habermill. You guys got voted first in the SBC in the media poll, second in the coaches poll. What is your expectations for the season this year?
You know, we expect to really compete this year and have a good opportunity to hopefully win the conference. There's some very tough teams in the conference that we know are going to be difficult to go against, but hopefully, you know, at the end of the season, we'll be right there. Yeah,
you guys got a little taste of the SBC last year. You're transitioning into it fully this year. Playing some SBC teams last year, do you think that's helping you out for this season?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially all the games we went to last year in the SBC were away games, so it gave us a taste of you know, playing in their gym and what the crowd's like and the situation it is when you get there. And you know, we were pretty successful going to other teams' gyms last year, so it should benefit us this year as well.
Yeah, you guys finished the season 14-10. You feel your team is in position to improve on your record this year, or you know, what do you feel as if, you know, you've lost in the sectional finals to Ontario? So I mean, you guys made a good little run there, but how do you feel about postseason this year?
Yeah, I think we all would be disappointed if we didn't have a little bit better of a record this year. We got a lot of kids experience last year. We got 11 kids in varsity basketball games last year that are back this year, along with 6 returning lettermen. Mm-hmm. So that should benefit us in the long run, and it should give us an opportunity to not only be successful, but also be successful in the tournament.
Yeah, you said there's 7 seniors, 3 juniors, and 5 sophomores. Do you feel like that's going to be a good balance to get you through the SBC? As I mean, the freshman class went, what was a 22-0 last year, so you guys have some talented players. You feel like they'll play an important role in the team this year?
Yeah, I do. You know, we're not going to be one-dimensional. I know that. Last year at times we tended to wear out a little bit as the game went on. This year we feel like we can play anywhere from 10 to 12 guys and be successful at it. So we're going to play a very fast-paced game, and we're going to go after teams pretty hard.
All right. Well, best of luck to you this year, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with Vermilion High School's varsity basketball captains, Joby File, Drew Dawson, and Nick Barkdale. You guys have the upcoming season. You guys finished 14-10 last year. What are some of your guys' goals and expectations for the team this year?
We want to get to state this year. That's what we're going for. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, you guys obviously, you know, all had significant playing time last year, and you guys are now captains. How do you view your leadership will affect some of the younger players on the team?
We gotta lead them as we go, bring them along, like throughout the season. You know, get them used to the varsity style of the.
Yeah, get them up to speed with us. Cause they're not used to the speed yet.
We have a young team, so we're gonna have to teach them to play at varsity level because most of them were freshmen last year.
I mean, you guys are playing in the SBC this year. It's a new conference. You guys got a taste of it last year, playing some opponents. How do you guys feel you'll transition into the SBC?
Fine.
Yeah, we'll do fine.
Yeah, we should win the conference.
Best of luck to you guys this year, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Here with Vermilion High School's girls varsity basketball coach, Gary Bruner. Basketball season's coming up. You guys got voted 5th in the media poll in the SBC, 7th in the coaches poll. What is your expectations as a team this year?
I actually think we're going to sneak up on a lot of teams and compete with them. They voted the way that they voted, and we are where we're at, but I tell you what, I think this team is very athletic. I think we have a lot of talent, and the commitment that everyone has shown, the girls to each other especially, I think that's just been a difference maker, at least in the early part of the season. I'm very proud of where we're at right now.
You guys got the little taste of the SBC last year, playing some teams that were in the conference. Now you're fully going to be in it. How do you think that helped you last year joining the SBC this year?
Well, it just allows us not to go in blind. Based on what I've gotten from the other teams that we've played, from some of the coaches that I've talked to, the SBC has a rich girls basketball history. And I think that we're going to fit in very well with them. I expect to compete. We no longer are just going to be okay with competing in games, and I expect us to go out there and win. And I think that's everybody's expectation because of all the hard work that they're putting in, and they really understand their responsibilities to one another. Again, I'm very proud of this group and where they're at right now.
Yeah, you guys lost 4 seniors last year, lost in the first round of the sectionals, and you finished with a 7-16 record. From the way you sound, it feels like you're going to improve on that 7-16 record with who you have now.
Yeah, I think we are just in constant improvement mode. I think we as a team always look, okay, what could we have done better? Whether it's small things, whether it's large things. You talked about our record last year. It wasn't amazing by any means, but it was definitely growth from the year before. And really, at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking for: just constant improvement in these girls giving their best effort every single day.
And then this year is your second year as the head coach here. How do you feel like you've grown as a coach after having one full season under your belt?
Oh wow, that's actually a great question. I feel like I've grown a very large amount, but make no mistake about it, I've had a ton of help along the way. There's a lot of people that are involved. I have a great coaching staff, always picking the brain of them, always asking them what they see, and it doesn't hurt that I have the group of kids that I have. I just think that everyone, again, is committed. They understand their responsibilities to each other, their school, and their town.
Well, thank you for your time, and best of luck to you this year.
You bet, thanks.
All right, we're here with the girls varsity basketball captains, Teresa Albertson and Caitlin Schnur. Obviously, the basketball season's coming up. What are your goals and expectations for the team this year?
One of our goals is to get double-digit wins, so 1 and 10.
Yeah. Which will definitely, so basically improve from last year when we had 5 wins? 7 wins, so yeah.
That's
But
good.
definitely just keep improving and build the program.
That's good. Guys are, captains of the team. How do you feel as leaders? What are your goals as leaders to, pull along the younger group on the basketball team?
We have a lot of younger girls this year, so just to show them the way how our program is and everything.
Yeah. Set a good example on what we want to happen when we graduate.
You guys played some SBC teams last year. You're fully in the SBC this year. How do you feel about joining a conference that has a pretty good girls basketball standard?
Well, I hope we make our mark in the conference and show them what we're made of.
Yeah, I hope we do well this season with the new conference.
That's good. Well, thank you guys for your time, and best of luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with bowling coach Hugo. So bowling season's coming up. Guys had Kennedy Shreve qualify for state last year. That was a big thing for Vermilion High School. What are your expectations on the upcoming bowling season in general for both maybe boys and girls?
Well, girls, we have an entire team returning from last year, so I do expect our girls to be very, very good. We did lose 3 starters off the boys team, which is a really, really big hit as far as losing that kind of that talent. But I do have some kids coming up that look like that they're going to be pretty good. So we're looking for an exciting year this year for the boys.
That's good. You guys are transferring into a new conference. What do you think about that? You mentioned traveling more. So how do you think you guys will fare into that?
Well, with this year, we've gone into more out of the conference tournaments to try to get us used to traveling, because we're going to Port Clinton, we're going to Tiffin, we're going to Fremont. It's going to be a lot more home and away kind of a thing. So it looks like it's going to take a while for all of our kids to get used to just the hour bus ride to most of our away matches.
Okay. Any final thoughts or comments you want to make on the upcoming season?
We did bowl a few of these teams last year in our district and in our tournaments, and we did fare very well against them. So I'm looking forward, to the new challenges and for our kids to bowl well.
That's good. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
All right, we're here with 2 bowling members of boys and girls team, Jose Modic and Kennedy Shreve. Guys, tell me about the upcoming season. Kennedy, we'll start with you first. You qualified for state last year, so that's a pretty cool experience. So, reflect on that a little bit and then talk about the upcoming season as well.
Okay, last year at state, I went individually, which was different than the past other 2 years that I went to state because I went with my team. So going individual was kind of not as fun as with your team. So I'm hoping that this year, since we didn't graduate any seniors, that we have our whole team that goes to state together, and we can have a good team bonding time at state, because it's a really fun atmosphere to be in together. And I hope that we place higher than 3rd place as a team.
Jose, what do you think about the upcoming season?
Last year we graduated 3 seniors who were some of our best bowlers, but I think this year we'll still come out pretty strong. We still kept a few of our, I think 3 or 4 of our varsity players, and we're hoping to make it to state again after losing by 26 pins last year. So
That's good. Any other comments you guys would like to make about the upcoming season right now?
it's going to be fun. I think we have 4 tournaments scheduled.
Yeah, we have 4 extra.
4 extra tournaments
We're in a new
scheduled.
conference this year.
New
Sure.
conference. I actually bowl mostly in Sandusky, so there will be a lot more people I know out there. So that'll be much more fun.
None that I know, but that's okay.
That's good. So best of luck to you guys this year, and thanks. All right, I'm here with Vermilion Wrestling head coach Brandon Gilbert. Wrestling season's now right around the corner here. Guys obviously have been practicing so far. So, what are your thoughts on the upcoming season? How are things looking?
Really excited about the upcoming season. I've got a really strong core group of guys that have returned from last year. Those guys that headline and Justin C's a senior, wrestled all 4 years here, been a district qualifier before. Fantastic wrestler, great motor. So look forward to what he has in store for his senior year. Returning juniors, Alex Matos, Tyler Bath, and Trevor Boyd. Trevor and Tyler were both district qualifiers last year, had fantastic seasons, and Alex is, if anybody were to watch the practice room right now, I said it last night on WOL, he's just, he looks really solid right now. So those guys, in addition to, Brandon Flynn's returning, Jacob Colzar, those sophomores, this core group, they can wrestle. They'll compete. And so really excited about that, and then the additions that we have this year. We had some more sophomores come out. Levi Jamison and Addison Painter joined that sophomore class, and they bring a different element to the team. It's just stand-up guys that are blue collar. They're going to work their butts off, and they do everything right. Grades, outside the classroom, everything. And then you got the 4 freshmen, coming in there, and I look forward to that group. They're young and experienced. But these physically mature, mentally, they're pretty mature, and so they'll round off this team, and we'll, these guys will compete. So finally, I want to mention all the names. Gergs is battling to get the weight down so that he can be at the heavyweight weight class. And he's done a phenomenal job with that. And then, I had an additional guy come out this year, new to Vermilion, Brandon Flores is a senior, and he'll bounce around from 220 to heavyweight as well. So very excited about this group. And apologies to anybody that I might be missing on this team.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you guys have better numbers this year as what maybe last year or some other years. But how do you think that helps you transitioning into the SBC, a conference that's usually traditionally really good in wrestling?
Yeah, we got our first taste of SBC last year. They let us compete in the conference tournament last year, and our boys they fared fairly well. But they know what to expect this time around. SBC is a meat grinder. Everybody witnessed it in football, and really I think the strongest sport, and I'm biased, but I think there is truth to this, it is wrestling for the SBC. So I think most people that are around them would admit that as well. So we know what to expect, and we know what to work for, and these guys, like I said, they would run through a wall for me. And so I trust in what they do in the room, and their work ethic, and I think it'll shine through. So,
goals and expectations for this upcoming season?
For these guys, I think anybody returning, their goal first and foremost is to do better than they did last year. It's a simple goal. Day to day, I tell them our goals are different. From even match to match. If there's a kid that we wrestle early on in the year, and let's say it's a loss for us, and maybe we lost by a major decision, so it was, maybe we lost by 6 or 7 points to that guy. The next time we wrestle him, have we closed the gap? So did we lose by 1 or 2 points? That right there is progress. So that in itself is a goal, is consistently getting better as the year progresses. Long term, I want these guys, I want all of them to qualify for districts, and then those that truly earn it, obviously, their aspirations for state. That's why we do this. So I hope that's what the ultimate goal is for them, and it certainly is for me, is to get them there. So
seems like you're going to have a pretty fun season. So best of luck to you this year, and hope everything goes well.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, I'm here with varsity wrestling members Trevor Boyd and Tyler Bath. Wrestling season's getting ready to start up here. You guys have been practicing, probably working pretty hard. How have things been going so far leading up to your guys' first match?
We've worked a lot of stuff, and we're really excited to get the season started. We've done extra work, that's what it takes to get it there in this sport, and we've been looking good in the room. Just putting all the effort we can into it.
Things are moving pretty smoothly. We've got freshmen coming up, and they're building up pretty fast, catching up pretty fast. And we're only about 3 weeks in, but the newbies are feeling pretty good so far.
It's good. You guys have, 3-year letter winners here. What are your, how do you feel being a leader on a team that doesn't have very many seniors, and you guys got to be looked up to as role models and leaders on this team?
Coach always says act like seniors, and it's going with the freshmen, and he's absolutely right. We all have to act like we're more responsible with the numbers and how everything is, because wrestling is about responsibility and dedication, and it really makes me proud to be a leader, because you have your guys that go in every day and either just go with the flow, or you have the people who want to work hard, and it takes a lot to have those people who just want to go with the flow to push themselves above the limits, and coach looks up to the captains to do that, and the leaders, and it's just an honor for me.
It's truly honorable. I mean, you have to have a whole different mindset in order to be a leader on the team, in order to even wrestle in general. It's crazy. It's a bear, and to put yourself through it, you just got to be something wrong with you, really. Our coach always says that, and building on what Tyler said, it's just like that. He's always said we have to be seniors ever since we were freshmen. Since we have a low team and a small team, we need more numbers.
You guys got your first taste of SBC wrestling last year, wrestling in the SBC tournament. So fully transitioning into the SBC this year, and do you think that will, having that experience last year will help you, wrestle against teams in the SBC?
It will definitely, because we know what it's all about and the competition that is there. Like in football, the teams are good, and just as much in wrestling, the teams are good, the kids are good. There's a lot of individuals that really stand out, and we look at it like a challenge. If we want to be the best, we got to beat the best, and put in the hard work to do it.
The SBC is a pretty tough conference, and we've seen a few kids before, and we're going to see them moving on, and we're going to constantly keep facing them. And we faced them before, and they're tough, and we're going to advance through it, and we're going to make it.
You guys have any goals and expectations of the team this year? What would you like to see out of your teammates this year?
I would love to see everyone make it out of sectionals.
Yeah, we've got at least 3 kids that should make it to state.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
make
good.
a state round for it.
That's good. Well, best of luck to you guys this year, and thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.